Night, Prime Minister Stuart Young described the discussions with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio as productive. He said they were able to touch on key areas of national interest like national security. The Prime Minister provided an update on the meeting held on Wednesday in Jamaica during Thursday's post-cabinet briefing. Here's Mahalia Joseph Wharton with the details.
I am happy to stand here today and tell the population that the meeting was a very good meeting. The meeting was a successful meeting as far as we are concerned in Trinidad and Tobago. The exchanges between Secretary of State Rubio and myself were very positive.
Prime Minister Stuart Young said key security concerns, including transnational crime and border protection, were raised.
He is someone very familiar with this region, having operated in his political life out of Florida, that we are the third border of the United States. We are the southern marine border of the United States. That was accepted. We discussed it. We discussed the roles that we have played in recent times and in the past in assisting in operations to deal with and to target transnational organized crime, which is a big issue for the United States as well as the CARICOM and ourselves.
Prime Minister Young also gave a commitment to collaborate with the U.S. to fight transnational crime in the region, including combating the Venezuelan gang Trinidad and Tobago.
I had already given the commitment, and I was able to tell Secretary of State that if there is transnational organized crime operating or coming to operate in Trinidad, we want to stop that as a government. And we recognize that if we utilize our anti-terrorism legislation, it may give us a little bit more power to deal with these notorious type criminals. We are prepared to do that as a government.
He was asked whether there was evidence of the gang in Trinidad and Tobago.
We have no evidence of that. But the same way you see us doing with other, because you see it very often in newspapers or from time to time that the AG has gone to court and gotten orders to declare certain persons terrorists, etc. Let's take the preemptive strike. Let's take it. So if they arrive here, we already have the power in place.
With discussions expected to continue, Prime Minister Young said the government will keep the nation informed on any major developments. Mahalia Joseph Wharton, TTT News.
Also high on the agenda during talks with Prime Minister Stuart Young and the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was the matter of energy security. The Prime Minister confirmed that discussions included updates on energy sector cooperation with assurances that ongoing projects will remain a priority.
I then took the discussions to the Dragon gas deal, to our relationship with Venezuela, and emphasized the importance of it not only to Trinidad and Tobago, but I was able to set out how it would also affect the rest of the CARICOM region because of the important role that we play in supporting some of our CARICOM brother and sister nations throughout the region. That was accepted.
Prime Minister Young said Secretary Rubio assured that the United States will not do anything to harm Trinidad and Tobago's economy. He added that government is continuing its exploration of the Dragon gas field.
Our own advocacy. I did raise the point that our OFAC for Dragon is in October. Secretary of State Rubio said, Stuart, Prime Minister, that is some time off from now. We are going to continue to work with you, etc. Nobody's going to give that blanket commitment at this stage. But I emphasize, he said, I'm not going to harm Trinidad and Tobago after hearing how important it was for us.